Theme 2: Legislations, Frameworks, and Professional Practice. Unit 2.2, Topic 1: Understand legislation relating to the safeguarding, protection, and welfare of children. By the end of this unit, you will understand legislation and guidelines for the safeguarding, protection, and welfare of children. Understand policies and procedures for the safeguarding, protection, and welfare of children. Understand how to respond to evidence or concerns that a child has been abused or harmed. Understand the purpose of serious case reviews. What is safeguarding? Safeguarding children's welfare means protecting them from physical, emotional, and sexual abuse and neglect. It also means helping children to grow into confident, healthy, and happy adults. AC 1.1 Current legislation and guidelines. Legislation refers to local authorities or governing authorities who provide supporting documents for practitioners when it comes to safeguarding, welfare, and child protection. Working Together to Safeguard Children, 2013, this document applies to those working in education, health, and social services, as well as the police and the probation service. It is relevant to those working with children and their families in the statutory, independent, and voluntary sectors. The document covers the following areas: a summary of the nature and impact of child abuse and neglect, how to operate best practice in child protection procedures, the roles and responsibilities of different agencies and practitioners, the role of local safeguarding children boards, LSCBs, the processes to be followed when there are concerns about a child, the action to be taken to safeguard and promote the welfare of children experiencing or at risk of significant harm, the important principles to be followed when working with children and families, training requirements for effective child protection. All early years practitioners should read Working Together to Safeguard Children in order to understand the principles and to perform their roles effectively. However, those who work regularly with children and young people and who may be asked to contribute to assessments of children and young people in need should read the relevant sections. The new Working Together to Safeguard Children, 2013, streamlines previous guidance documents to clarify the responsibilities of professionals towards safeguarding children and to strengthen the focus away from processes and onto the needs of the child. It replaces Working Together to Safeguard Children, 2010. Framework for the Assessment of Children in Need and Their Families, 2000, and Statutory Guidance on Making Arrangements to Safeguard and Promote the Welfare of Children under Section 11 of the Children Act, 2004 Foot, 2007. What to do if you're worried a child is being abused, 2006. This is a guide for professionals working with children which explains the processes and systems contained in working together to safeguard children and framework for the assessment of children in need and their families. Protection of Children Act 1999. As a further safeguard to children's welfare, this act requires childcare organizations, including any organization concerned with the supervision of children, not to offer employment involving regular contact with children, either paid or unpaid, to any person listed as unsuitable to work with children on the Department of Health list. The Disclosure and Barring Service, DBS. The Disclosure and Barring Service helps employers make safer recruitment decisions and prevent unsuitable people from working with vulnerable groups, including children. It replaces the Criminal Records Bureau, CRB, and Independent Safeguarding Authority, ISA. The DBS acts as a central access point for criminal records checks for all those applying to work with children and young people. The Children Act 2004. This act placed a duty on local authorities and their partners, including the police, health service providers and the youth justice system, to cooperate in promoting the well-being of children and young people and to make arrangements to safeguard and promote the welfare of children. The Act put the new local safeguarding children boards on a statutory footing, replacing the non-statutory area child protection committees, and gave them powers of investigation and review procedures which they use to review all child deaths in their area, as required by the Working Together to Safeguard Children statutory guidance. The Act also revised the legislation on physical punishment by making it an offense to hit a child if it causes mental harm or leaves a lasting mark on the skin. This repealed the section of the Children and Young Persons Act 1933 which provided parents with the defense of reasonable chastisement. (1.2) Policies and procedures relating to safeguarding child photo consent. This relates to the Data Protection Act, where a child's information must be kept confidential by the teacher and management unless given permission by the primary caregiver. The photo of the child must not be circulated on the internet, classroom or around the school unless consent is given by the parent. (1.3) How current legislation on safeguarding informed policy and procedure. Bullying and harassment policy. This relates to the UAE Child's Right Law, 2016, under bullying and peer abuse. If a child is experiencing any type of bullying, whether it be physical, mental, sexual, cyberbullying, nonverbal, exclusion, they must report this to an adult in their setting or environment and seek help and steps on how to stop or preventing it from going on. It is also important for the parents to educate their children on the cause and consequence of bullying to prevent it from happening and to give the child awareness.